Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live. Your host, the Queen of Booga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Psychic Sundays. Um,
What, did I surprise you?
sure. Well, I wanted to tell you before we get started about how to get a reading with Sally Diane. If you want to see me in person, call the spa near the tracks at 519-272-1293, or for a reading online, which I can read from anywhere in the world, just send me an email to the Queen of Ooga Booga at gmail.com and we'll set up a reading for you. And without further ado, I want to get on with the show. Now, we are going to do our pick 5 for this week in your crush, but we did get an email this week, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
From Cindy Cowtan, and she's going on a trip in early November. That sounds like a lot of fun. I wonder how many other people are going for trips. Anyhow, she wants to know how her trip will go. So this is for Cindy. And anybody else who wants to get read at the very beginning of the show, just send your question to me, like Cindy did, to the Queen of Ooga Booga at gmail.com. Okay, so Cindy's trip. So you've got Six of Pentacles, but it's the Six of Pentacles reversed. And when the Six of Pentacles is reversed, the big coins are closer to the bottom. So it's the big coins that are coming through. So it looks like you're going to get a little shot in the arm financially before you go on your trip. And that could be something as simple as vacation pay or something. But what this card says is you're going to start off your trip with a little extra cash in your pocket. So that looks good. You do have Strength reversed. And so that's a little warning that you need to watch out for illnesses on your trip. Things like the traveler's diarrhea and, maybe overindulgence, stuff like that. Be careful. Don't overindulge just because that Strength reverse says you're going to be a little bit more vulnerable when you travel. So take very good care of yourself. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune, unfortunately, it's reversed. The Strength and the Wheel of Fortune are reversed. So it does seem like something might not go your way, but you have your heads up right here. Make sure you bring the anti-diarrheal, just make sure you get all your vaccinations. Make sure you do your best to watch your health and keep hydrated while you're on vacation, because it's just going to be entirely too easy for you to get sick. And it's a shame to get sick on a nice vacation, especially when the universe is going to give you a little extra spending cash. So take good care of yourself on your trip. Okay, so that was for Cindy.
Was it now?
Yes, and thank you for sending the email. And we're just going to jump forward to this week in your crush. That's pick 5 for all the lovelorn out there. Everybody who's crushing, who wants to know, what's he thinking of me? Is he going to talk to me? Does he know I exist? And all those other kind of questions. This segment is for you. So pick a card, 1 through 5. Here's card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, right there, card number 4, and card number 5. So this week in your crush, pick a number. Did you pick card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, card number 4, or card number 5?
Can't see the first card.
Okay, so we'll just scooch everything over a little bit. Can we see all the cards now?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, did you pick card number 1? Well, if you pick card number 1, then this week in your crush, you have misguidance. And so be very careful about what you overhear or about what you think you know. It feels like you might be only getting part of the facts. So this is not a good week for you to respond to anything you might hear or particularly 100% believe any gossip. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then this week in your crush, you have the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles talks about getting a little bit. So whether it's a smile or a hi or a little bit, you're not going to completely break through to your crush, but you're going to get a little something, something, a little bit of acknowledgement, maybe a little conversation or something like that. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, then this week in your crush, you have the High Priestess reversed. And the High Priestess reverse is that it's not a very nice card. And it's kind of a warning that you might be showing a vulnerability that other people could take advantage of. So this situation around you might have some jealousy or something like that. But this is not a good time. This is not a good week to expose your secrets, and this is not a good week to leave yourself vulnerable. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, did you pick card number 4? This is card number 3. If you pick card number 4, then this week in your crush is the World reversed. And I kind of like the World reversed better than the World right side up because of this. The World reversed means you're almost there. And I always think that it's just that last leg of the trip that's best. The best. It's even better than reaching your destination. And so you're almost there this week. So there's going to be something that makes you feel good. Maybe 80%. Did you pick card number 5? Well, if you pick card number 5, then this week in your crush is the Page of Wands. So guard your heart, guard your feelings. The Page of Wands is a messenger, and you're going to get an unpleasant message this week. You're going to hear something that you don't want to hear. So don't let it knock you off your beat, and don't let it knock you down too much. Okay, so that was this week in your crush. I hope you got good news. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, everybody, if you want to ask questions in the chat, you need to subscribe. Also, make sure that you like, because that helps us out. And especially make sure you hit that notification button, because we're known to do surprise lives. And it's actually been a while since we've done one, so I don't think it's going to be too much longer before we surprise you all with a live appearance. So without further ado, let's get to our friends. Oh, hi, Marcy. Remember, everybody say hi to Marcy. She's our admin. It's always nice to see her every week.
Okay, well, our first question comes from High Priestess. How do you see the rest of my year going?
That's a good question. It feels almost like you've just gotten a little bit off of dead center, almost like you've been in a bit of in a bit of a groove or a bit of a lull, and you're finally getting your feet on solid ground. I like that energies I'm getting from you, High Priestess. So let's see how the rest of 2022 is going to go for our High Priestess Tarot. Interesting. You have the King of Pentacles, the Emperor, nice, and the Seven of Swords reversed. Okay, so it looks like you're going to have a pretty good year. I would gather from what I'm looking at here and what I know about your situation that you may not have been getting the proper amount of child support. And I just say that because it shows a guy here who's sitting on his money. And then it shows a figure of authority stepping in and telling him to follow, making him follow the rules. And then you have the Seven of Swords, but it's the Seven of Swords reversed. The Seven of Swords is the card of the thief. And basically what this says is that the courts are going to make him stop stealing from you, which means he has to start paying child support. Because quite frankly, when a man doesn't pay when a parent, a non-custodial parent, doesn't pay child support, they're stealing. They're keeping money for themselves that should be spent on their child. Okay, so Sophie, hi. Nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Rainbow says, hi guys. Well, I find love towards the end of the year. You are coming into the romantic season. All the Hallmark movies tell us that this is when people find true love. So believe in Christmas miracles. But let's see what the cards have to say to you as well. Okay, so it does show that you've kind of been keeping to yourself a while. So you have been keeping your guard up. And then you have the Queen of Wands reversed. I think you're starting to realize that no man is an island. I like to see you coming out like this, and I like to see you becoming more open toward romance. We'll see what the third card has to say. Okay, yep. Okay, so you are opening up a little bit, and that's good. That's good. And you are going to get romantic attention, but you're being given a warning. Mind your judgment and be very careful about how much you give on a date. Let's just keep it that way, because the cards are talking about, you opening up and laying in your vulnerability, but it also says that you might go from being standoffish to the other side, and they're saying that would be bad. So yes, open up to new experiences, and romance is coming your way, but mind your P's and Q's, follow the rules. Okay. I'm being nice.
Are you being nice?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. More funny when I'm not, right? Okay, so Haunting Live Podcast says, hi, good to see you yesterday. How will the family hold up with the news we got yesterday? Okay, so first off, yes, you guys, it was awesome to see you. And we are sending healing energies toward our friend Chris, who's suffering with Bell's palsy. That's not nice. The producer's been through that, so we kind of can sympathize there. Let's see, how will the family hold up to the news? A lot of reminiscing, worrying about the expensive things. So it's just about what you would expect, really. The cost and the money issue is going to come in. So that's a consideration, but it looks like it's something that's worked out between the family. But basically, there's a lot of good memories here. There's a lot of reminiscing. So you're coming into positive energy. So they are going to make the best of it. And then there's that idea that when you go through grieving, it's better when you go through it together. So I do see a bit of a pulling together. But yeah, there is that worrying about the expense. And there's this 1 and 3. Well, you might be maybe $1,000 short on cover it. The family might have to cover an additional $1,000 worth of costs, somewhere in that vicinity. But they'll pull together and deal with it just fine. Okay, and we hope that thank you, Marcy.
And our next question is from Sophie. Is Roger the one I will spend my future with?
Okay. Sophie and Roger. Let's just take the long view there. Sophie and Roger. Well, the first thing I get is Knight of Swords reversed. So that kind of makes me worry a little bit about Roger, where the universe is saying it's a matter of is Roger really the one that you want to spend the rest of your life with? Yeah, I would make him wait a little while because the universe seems to think that you're going to change your mind about Roger. Oh yeah. Well, you asked me an honest question. I'll give you an honest answer. No, eventually you are going to decide to move on, and that's going to be your choice. It isn't there yet, but you're tolerating a lot of things and keeping your mouth shut about some things that you might grow weary of. Okay. Joanne says, I've been really working hard on my academic writing class. Oh, that's so good. And want to know if I will achieve a minimum of 60% in the course. Oh, well, isn't that just passing? Oh, you got to get more than that. Let's see. Joanne and her writing. It's funny with you and writing, I just feel like it's in you and the inspiration's in you, but you feel like they're steering you away from your inspiration and your creativity. And so you're pushing back a little bit. And sometimes, you know, I think when I first started learning to drive, one of the hard things for me was a bit about steering the skid. Because if your car is going to the right and you don't want it to go to the right, your first temptation is to put the steering wheel to the left. And so I think that I think that maybe you should go along with what the teachers are saying and quit resisting it so much. They're not trying to kill your creativity there. They're actually trying to make writing easier for you. Too high. Okay. How's that?
Perfect.
Just like me, practically perfect. See, there you are. And you've got this creative soul. No matter what score you get, you should be writing. Yeah, I can see why you're a little intimidated. You've got some pretty powerful competition around you. Yeah, yeah. You know, the cards are saying there's strength here. There's strength. There's creativity. Don't worry so much about the competition. You have strength and creativity on your side. And I really think you are going to pass because it ends well.
Dragonfire is looking to go on a trip next year.
Ooh,
Is that going to happen?
another traveler. You really have to stay on top of the planning of things. You know, make sure that your airline reservations remain good. Make sure your Airbnb or your accommodations don't get canceled. It just feels like it's one of those things where you need to check up on all your accommodations at the last minute because there's last minute changes around there. And that's something that you can keep on top of. All right, so Dragonfire, whoops, right there, and next year's trip. Okay, so you start out with the the four of coins. So that shows somebody holding on to what they've got. And so I do believe that you've planned and saved pretty carefully for this trip. And you are worried about all the things that can go wrong. And the cards say that the only thing that's really that really could go wrong is it may end up being a little bit more expensive ultimately. And you may have to take out a loan or something like that. But I really still think that you should go. Because it sounds like a good adventure. Okay, so.
Next, we have Dog Lover. You see next move is as far as our separation.
I see you needing to get another pit bull. Just kidding. Okay, C's next move. What is C's next move? Okay, well, I don't think he's going to leave you in peace. He doesn't feel like he's winning the situation. He is biding his time. So he might be good through the holidays. Ooh. This one right here. This one talks about your secrets. And it looks like he does not feel like he's won. So he may be quiet, but he's biding his time and he's planning something. And part of it has to do with exposing your secrets. So if you've got any secrets out there, you need to address them now because you want to be the first to address them before he does. Okay.
And next we have Suzanne. I had a great interview last week. Do you see me changing hospitals for work?
Okay, so Suzanne, first, I want to talk about this bracelet, which Suzanne made me. I think it's really, really pretty. I wanted you to identify the beads in this bracelet. What do we have there? Just put it down below. I've been wondering. I think I know what they are, but I want to know for sure. Okay, so let's look at Suzanne's full-time permanent opportunity. Oh, that does sound good. Something with a little bit of stability. Okay, so yes, you're going to move. You might have a hard time adjusting to the new place. Their politics are a little bit different, and you really need to be careful who you trust there. But it depends whether you're talking about emotional or financial, because financially speaking, tons better. But you're turning your back on potential happiness for financial gain, to be real honest. Just to, because you are getting warned right off the get-go that you've got politics problems there. You've got gossip kind of problems there. This is, if you want to move, that's fine. But knowing your new place, it's the kind of place where you want to keep your head down and not say very much. Oh, and Suzanne says she's craving turkey. Is anybody else there craving turkey? Are we all going to have turkey for dinner? Not me. I don't like turkey, but I'm weird.
That's right. This is a turkey-free zone. It's
It
also a
is.
pumpkin spice-free zone. A Starbucks-free zone.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Michelle Weaver is next. Oh, before we do that, I want to remind everybody, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. It helps me out. It helps the channel out. And plus that, it means that you can First off, ask me questions. And second off, if you hit that notification button, then you know when I do surprise lives. Now, next year I'm retiring. I'll be doing a lot more surprise lives next year. Like, subscribe. Anybody that wants a reading with me, make sure you call the Spa Near the Tracks, 519-273-1293. And we do have the holiday seasons coming up. Remember, the gift certificate for a reading is a great Christmas present. Okay, so let's see. Oh, Michelle. Do any of my 3 siblings who have passed have a message for me? Okay, so sorry. I am holding a Rudrashka seed. It looks like this, and it has 5 faces, and they say it's for the 5 faces of Shiva. Well, it has many faces, for the many faces of Shiva. But let's see if you're... Okay, so two of them basically send messages of love. We're looking over you. But then the third one, which my guess is that's the youngest one, but it's the most restless one, basically wants you to know that he's found peace. Okay. So thank you for tuning in, Michelle. My Rudrashka seed I keep with my crystals, and this is the thing that I hold while I'm looking for messages. So, you know.
Hey, you know what time it is?
Time for pick 3?
It's time for pick 3 of the week. This is where Sally draws 3 cards, and you pick one ahead of time. And that is your little mini reading for yourselves for the week ahead.
Yes. Okay, so everybody, even those who haven't asked a question, get a reading. So pick card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3. Card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. So which card did you pick for the week ahead? Did you pick card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? You pick card number 1, then your card for this week is 5 of Swords. And the 5 of Swords, it's not a nice card. It talks about people kind of bragging, boasting. It's a card of just, it's a card of meanness. It's a card of being mean just to be mean. This guy's already won. There's no reason for him to cast shade on these 2, and yet that's what he's doing. And you are going to have somebody who's going, there is a little bit of unfair treatment here, and just be warned. Be warned that you have somebody around you that is not on your side. So be careful who you trust this week. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then this week you have the star reversed. And the star reversed, it still means that there's hope, but it means that it might be a little clouded. So even if you get no for an answer on your dreams, scratch a little bit deeper. That hope and that hope is still there. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, you got the 6 of Swords reversed. And when the 6 of Swords is reversed, it means it's a little hard to move forward. And you might have some problems moving forward and resolving problems this week. Don't be too hard on yourself. If you can't resolve it this week, then put a pin in it until next week. Okay, so those are your 3 cards for this week. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, by the way.
And it looks like our next question is from Mary M. What messages does the full moon have for me? Let me put on my thinking cap here, Mary M. Direct message from the full moon is, I'm a dead rock. That's it.
Oh, ye of little faith. Okay, so, and by the way, that's a 1. Full moon messages for Marianne. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a message of hope and belief. You do have the Ace of Cups reversed. And so the first thing the full moon is telling you is not to toss away happiness. And you still have that 6 of Swords reversed, which means not moving forward. So the full moon, this right now is not the time for you to toss away what you have in front of you. Sometimes you have to repair what's in front of you. And whatever you're going through now, whatever you're getting ready to turn your back on, give it a second look. Give it one more chance. Give it one more chance. Whatever it is you've lost faith in, give it one more chance, because it will come through. Somebody who's disappointed you or a situation that's disappointed you is going to come through for you, but you've got to show a little bit of faith. Okay. So thank you for asking, Marianne. That was a very interesting question.
Well, we've got a more interesting one coming up.
Oh.
But first, we're going to have to get to Xana.
Wants to know about a mod and a commitment.
And a commitment. Yes. Bling, bling. Is he going to put a ring on it?
Okay. Mod and a commitment. Yeah. Yes. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. The star's kind of saying, then you got the and one. So once you get a commitment from this guy and you're in a committed relationship with this guy, then it's up to you to figure out a way to be happy with it. So the universe sometimes says, careful what you wish for, because you might just get it, and you wish for this and you're going to get it.
And next we have Sophia, who wants to reconcile with Gemini. I mean,
why?
Well, that's just, what people want to do that. They like to be hurt over and over again.
I don't think that it's a matter of being hurt. I think it's a matter of the familiarity. Sometimes
I can't do no better.
Something like that, yeah. Or you step out and you don't find somebody fast enough, and sometimes the universe expects us to be alone for a while just to break patterns.
That's the next question.
Okay, so, but it is not up to me to judge, so let's look at Sophia's Gemini. Sophia's Gemini. What can you tell me about Sophia's Gemini? Okay, so yeah, I would have rather seen that, and it's kind of like he really hasn't made any forward progress. He really hasn't progressed from before. So there's that. Got these cards of stagnation. Yeah. If you stand by the door and wait long enough for him, he'll give in and come back. But why would you want to do that? He is just an individual that is not moving forward at all. There's something much, much better for you out there. But like the cards say, you want to stand there and wait and wait and wait. Eventually he'll come back. But that's just not a good idea.
And our question of the day comes from Bella.
Hi, Bella.
Do I have to get out of the hermit mode?
Ah, that's a good question. People have met their significant others online. Gamers have hooked up without even knowing each other until, you know. So, let's see. Does Bella have to go out of the house? Does she have to get out of hermit mode? Does she have to take her slippers off and put on shoes? Let's see, Bella. The very first thing the cards are saying is, you know the answer to that question. And I know the answer to that question. Really, if it was up to me, I'd be in my pajamas all day long. Seriously. And this guy can attest to that fact. But you do have to get out. Yeah, yeah. It acknowledges that you're a homebody and that's where you like to be and that's where you're happy. But it does say, yes, you do have to step out of the confines of your own comfortable home. Yes, you have to get out. Yes, 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 you have to get out of hermit mode. And it does say that, yes, we know that means you're risking being hurt, and acknowledges that you have been hurt before, but also acknowledges the fact that you've moved beyond it and you're capable of healing, which goes right back to get back up on the horse. Yes, you need to get out of hermit mode.
Well, there you go, Bella. And next we have nannies. Is Dee still interested in me, or is he interested in somebody else?
Oh, he's probably interested in both. Let's just see what kind of player D is. Okay, so Mr. Moonchild. What kind of a player is Mr. Moonchild? Show us D. Answer D. Do we have a player? Do we have a stayer? Okay. Okay, so I don't want to be hurtful here, but you have the Eight of Wands, but it's the Eight of Wands reverse. And if it was right side up, it'd be fly toward that situation. But it's reversed, so it's saying fly away from that situation. And you get this this card right here, which is a card of the past. And so it says, yes, it was happy in the past. And it is acknowledging how you felt. But you have the 10 of Cups reversed. So that's a pouring out of happiness and delaying of your own happiness. So basically what the cards are saying is run away from the situation. So yes, I would say he's interested in somebody else. And after he's not interested in that somebody else, he'll probably be interested in another somebody else. All right. Alicia, will my interview on Friday go well, and will I get the job? Well, congratulations on landing the interview. You land the interview, there's always hope for the job, right? So let's see. Alicia and the new job. That's an interesting combination of cards. Because on one hand, it says, yes, you get the card, you get the job. You get that in the Nine of Cups. But then you have these two. You have death reverse, which means it's not really a lot of change. And you still have the devil. So whatever restrictions that you're dealing with right now, you'll be dealing in the next job too. It feels like they might require you to work more hours or mandatory overtime or something like that, because my eyes keep getting drawn toward this chain. But you want the job, you got the job. You might find it very time consuming and a little restraining, but you want it, you got it. Hi, Queen of... Oh, Amanda Amore, what does my love life look like this year? No, I'm not going to say.
Say what?
Oh, I thought I heard a little giggle from you.
No.
Okay.
No.
Let's see. Amanda Amore's love life. Give 'em a real good shuffle. 1, 2, 3. Got somebody coming in fast. Interesting. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, you've got somebody coming in. Somebody coming in soon, fast, within a 3. So it's before the end of the year. You're going to have somebody in your life, in your love life. Even if you have somebody there already, you've got somebody new coming in. You have a chain of events in front of you that is going to lead you to the altar. You see that right there in the Hierophant. It looks like it looks like you've got the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man talks a bit about having to make unnecessary sacrifices, or a warning against making unnecessary sacrifices. So, yes, you are headed toward marriage. If you're asked to give something up, don't do it easily. If somebody asks you to give something up or give up a bit of your freedom, ask why first. And ask why a lot. But yeah, you're headed toward the altar. I hope that's good news.
And sometimes the hanged man is the hanged man.
Yes, that has happened.
Next, we have the Queen of Swords. Is Elle interested in a relationship with me?
All right. The Queen of Swords and Elle. Look at all those big crowns. I like that.
As soon as I can figure out how to actually put those emojis up there instead of the text symbols for it, we'd be good.
Mm-hmm. He's interested in something with you, girl. I don't know whether he's interested. Okay, so, and it's you know. First off, if you're looking for a long-term commitment and the happy home and the growing old and retiring together, that's not in the cards with Elle. But if you're just looking for some fun, this is a relationship that can be some fun. And I think I think there's a pretty strong attraction there already. But he's playmate material, but he's not really husband material. That's okay. You can take care of yourself. Have fun.
That's it.
No.
There's no questions.
No more questions.
No, there's no more questions.
Okay.
Nobody wants to know anything tonight.
Nobody wants to know anything.
Well, they're all full of turkey. They're all sleeping. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you that have celebrated already.
Yeah. How many people out there have had a turkey dinner already? We haven't had a turkey. Are we going to have anything for Thanksgiving? Leftover pizza.
There's no leftover pizza. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we had that for breakfast this morning.
The best way to have pizza.
That's right.
Especially when you open the fridge and you go, did I order pizza last night?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I know tomorrow I'm going to be working on baking a cake.
And you have a whole lot of empties to put away.
I'm going to be working on baking a cake. I'm going to be making a walnut cake. I'm going to be brave enough to design my own recipe for it. So we'll see how that works. Okay, so...
Oh, great. So my birthday cake is an experiment.
Yes. My experiments turn out pretty good. You were an experiment. Look how well you turned out. Okay, so Suzanne has told me that this is green and blue lapis lazuli, which is very nice. It's got really wonderful energies. How about these green beads right here? Is that aventurine maybe? Okay, so Stardust C wants to know, is there any new messages from my grandma Anya, and when will I find my spiritual tribe? Okay, so Stardust C, let's just see who wants to talk to you. Okay, so the message is you need to do some traveling. I keep getting go west, go west. So you need to, if you're looking for your spiritual tribe, and however you want to put that, that's something you will find by traveling, and travel west. So it looks pretty good for you. Okay, Lynette wants to know.
What do I need to focus
That's
on right now? Well, I think I know what you guys need to focus on right now. It's hitting that subscribe button.
Yes. And tell your friends.
Yes, please do. Beg them.
Yes.
Bribe them. Bribe them with pumpkin spice or anti-pumpkin spice, whatever that is.
Okay. So, Lynette, you need to focus in on your own long-term happiness, your own long-term stability. And this is a card that's kind of saying, even though right now you're not sure, it's almost like you're walking along looking at your feet, because this card says, pick your head up, and instead of thinking 5 days ahead, think 5 years ahead. This is a time when you really need to take that long view. You can really set yourself up for life. And you also need to shed yourself of some negative, really toxic people. That's what I'm seeing here in that Five of Swords reverse. That's a really nasty card. And that's talking about nasty people around you. And you need to shed that. You're letting it, for whether it's for friendship or family reasons, you're letting somebody solidly drain you emotionally, and somebody who's not being kind, and there might be a bit of jealousy here. So if somebody is just making you feel uncomfortable, get them out of your life. It's okay to boot some, kindly show someone to the door. Oh, there we go. Yes. With the Five of Cups reverse, it when it's right side up, it's a period of grief and mourning. But when it's turned around, it talks about an end to the grief in the mourning, and kind of focusing in on what you have left. So this is a time for you to sort through your friends, and who just kind of let go of those who are toxic, who don't really benefit or support you, because this says that your support group should be a lot smaller. Okay.
Next, we have Aquayazi. Welcome back, Aquayazi. It's been a while.
General love rating.
Oh, still single, eh?
There's nothing wrong with being single. Whoops. Okay, so we're going to start out with these 3 cards. Because with these 3 cards, it says, whenever you get in this situation, you might fall back on old habits, because they've worked in the past for bringing relationships into you, but the cards are suggesting maybe you should try a new approach, because your old approach is bringing the same results over and over and over and over and over again, and that has not worked well for you. So however you usually meet guys, quit it. Don't meet them that way.
So, like, shave the other side of the head?
Sure. Yep, shave the other side of the head. Okay, so let's see what else it has to say about Aquayazi. You know what not to do, so tell us what to do. Heighten the bar a little bit. The Queen of Cups is about selfishness. And it's a card that's saying to me, it's time for you to realize that selfishness is not a good quality in relationships. And sometimes you meet somebody who's very selfish and you think maybe once he gets to know me better, he'll be more open and giving. No. A stingy person is always a stingy person. A selfish person is always a selfish person. If you meet somebody who puts themselves ahead of you or others on the first date, they will do it on every date other than that. So be a little bit more, be a lot more picky about who you let in. And I don't know who you're trying to impress, but it isn't about impressing somebody. It's about finding somebody that you can have good communications with. And that's there. That is there. But relax in whatever your normal package is, whatever the normal kind of person you usually go with. Yeah, don't go out with the same kind of people that you used to go out with. It'll work out better for you to go with somebody who's younger and a little bit more interested in you. Okay.
And next we have Glanifa. Welcome back, Glanifa. We haven't seen you in a while either. It's been so long that you don't know we don't do general readings anymore. We've had to stop doing the general readings because they just took too long. We had too many people waiting and we couldn't get to everybody. So we've replaced those with what does Glanifa need to know right now?
Yes, what does Glanifa need to know right now? And I am happy to show you, Glanifa. And as the producer said, welcome back. One thing you need to know is you've got a really nice new opportunity coming your way. It's fresh, it's motivated, it's fiery. Grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it. And if you're talking about romance, well, oh yeah. Okay, so what you need to know is, new opportunity coming, grab it. And your thought is about romance, and I'd say that falls in line with the other cards. And I do see the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is you, Glanifa, and that's you having what you dearly want. So somebody's coming along, and it's somebody who still has a bit of a stalkerish ex. And this card is just saying he doesn't do anything to encourage her to be around her. So any jealous women around him, ignore them. But you do have somebody coming your way that has a nice dick.
What are you talking about? Some rabbit?
Some what?
You mentioned rabbit.
No. I said stalker.
No, before. You did. You said rabbit. Nobody knows what the rabbit is.
Oh dear.
Okay. Well, sorry, Glanifa, can't help you out on the rabbit.
Grab it. Okay.
Grab
Sally said grab it, not rabbit.
Okay.
Selective hearing, folks. Selective hearing.
No, I was just reading the follow-up question there. Rabbit question mark.
Oh, I said grab it. An opportunity coming up, and you were asking about romance specifically, which this spread really does say a lot about romance, because you've got this Eight of Wands, and Wands are really fiery. And with romance, it's talking about the lustful side of romance, the grab it side. But there's that warning that you got somebody around that's going to be a little bit of a troublemaker in this situation. But if you disregard the troublemaker, it looks like it's a good situation. You've got passion and you've got happiness. Who could ask for more?
Well, that was the last question. Yeah, no, it was. There's nothing left. Glanifa's laughing her ass off.
We crack ourselves up all the time, too.
And nobody else will.
That's true. Oh, it's so nice to see everybody. And if you guys didn't see that, Suzanne told me that these green stones, they're lapis lazuli too. And I've always thought that I knew that the blue stones would be lapis lazuli, but she says it's a more natural one. It's called phoenix lapis lazuli. So there you go. Very pretty bracelet. Thank you so much for making it for me, Suzanne. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's our favorite time of the week. Remember to like, subscribe, tell all your friends.
And if you know of anybody living in a nursing home, please go visit them.
Yes.
Have a good weekend, everybody.